Hi guys, I'm Brittany Fontana. Thank you for joining the Family First Life Emerald City YouTube channel. Today I have a very special guest, one of our top producing agents. Everyone, please give a huge welcome to Bret Bunich, everyone.
Hey, Brittany.
Hi, Bret. How are you doing today?
I'm doing really well.
Awesome. Great to hear. So, Bret, a little backstory, and you probably don't know this. I started in FFL over the summer of last year, right? And I cannot tell you enough. I heard your name so much from Brad, our agency owner. Bret, you got to watch for Bret. Bret's killing it. Bret's in the field. And then I started seeing your name on our leadership boards and seeing you in Slack with helping so many families on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. But I don't know your story, Bret. And I know I got to meet you for the first time officially last week in Miami for the convention. But tell me, Bret, what you were doing prior to FFL and how you ended up here.
Well, I was with a practice company that their business model just didn't fit with how I wanted to run business or my personality, even, to be honest.
Wow. Okay.
And so I wasn't recruited by FFL. I actually went out and hunted and did my research and compared from what I saw every different company out there. And FFL was the winner every single time. And honestly, what I did was I looked for someone that was local to me, and it turned out to be Brad Allen, who's the tip top, and just got kind of lucky. And he welcomed me with open arms. And it was the best decision I've ever made.
Oh, that's awesome. See, and I never knew you were at a, previous IMO or anything like that. And just the system the FFL is and the company it is. I mean, that's great that it was so appealing to you that you were able to leave something you knew comfortable to stepping into something that you weren't sure of. So that's awesome. Now, with the previous IMO, what was the most appealing thing about Family First Life compared to that previous IMO? What was really the deal breaker that you were like, you know what, I'm jumping in, I'm doing this, I'm all in?
Well, everybody's going to say the commission rate, and that was a big factor.
Yeah.
But it was more about, to me, it was more about the freedom that we have in how we want to run our business. I was very, very limited, and it felt like my hands were tied constantly with the practice company. And so it was just a breath of fresh air to know that, as long as we do right by the families and by the company, then we have, we can pretty much do what needs to be done to really fit our personality and how we want to run our business. Since we do it every day, we might as well like it.
Right? No one wants to be working somewhere they're miserable. No one wins with that. So that's awesome that FFL was so appealing to you, because we know you are super appreciated here. Time and time again, like I've mentioned previously, you just have had record high numbers with the amount of families you've helped. I mean, I see it constantly. Now, if you can give me the best estimate, because I know it's kind of hard to say, what's the highest amount of families you've helped protect in a month?
When I look back, I think the most families that I protected in a month is probably 32.
Oh, wow.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah.
And that was a good month for me.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a good month for anyone, if you ask me.
Yeah.
At Family First Life, there is no such thing as a bad month. So I can say that's a fantastic month. Now, also, I know we have seen too on Slack, and I know a lot of other FFL agents or other FFL team members can see that you are posting actually more of a virtual telesales type platform. Tell me a little bit, Bret, about how you got into virtual and what's your experience been like with that?
Well, working virtually isn't really something that I chose.
Okay.
In Washington here, I've been having a really hard time with people agreeing to meet in person. And that's been going on for the last few months. Probably, the new COVID variant, whatever. But instead of letting that hold me back or getting frustrated or, letting business dip, I really decided let's embrace this new virtual platform that we have. And started working a lot on the phone, to be honest. The majority of it is on the phone, not necessarily on Zoom. And of course, I like being out in the field, meeting these families in person better, but it has been working out really well.
Yeah. And I mean, and of course, given where we're at in the world, sometimes it's just easier and safer in the sense of families getting protected virtually, right? Because obviously COVID has given us, different objections and things that we have to battle against. So it's great that we can use this and still do our jobs the way we are. I mean, FFL hasn't slowed down clearly, and we're not slowing down. Can you give me, Bret, 3 of your best tips for any new agent who's wanting to get into the virtual or telesales sides of this industry?
Well, yeah. First of all, you need more activity. Every day is a dial day. You're not just, setting your appointments, on a regular dial day, Monday or Thursday, and then running appointments on the other days. Just because, you need more appointments. The no-show rate is a little bit higher, quite a bit higher. Mine is upwards of about 44%. So that means you have to book more appointments to compensate for that.
Yeah.
One huge way to get around that I've noticed is, I don't know if other people are doing this as well, but when you're on the phone with these people and you've connected and they're willing to talk with you about making an appointment, just saying something instead of scheduling an appointment, but saying, unless you have time to go over this right now, probably half of the people go, yeah, I have time right now. And you can turn that into a one-call close right then.
There you go. And it just takes those little bit of words. That's incredible.
Unless you have time right now.
Yeah.
And they'll say yes. You'd be surprised how many people say yes. And, with those, of course, then there's not going to be a no-show.
Yeah, right. And it's
really frustrating.
Going into this appointment. Yeah. Let's do it.
So that's, in my opinion, that's probably one of the biggest things that you can say to these people on the phone.
I love it.
When you're initially talking with them.
Awesome. Well, I just want to thank you for taking time out of your busy day, Bret, for doing this interview with us. Thank you again. We know we super appreciate you on the FFL Emerald City team. Thank you guys.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Of course. Thank you guys for tuning in. And don't forget to add our social media handles down below. Thank you, everyone. See you next week.